When installing a whirlpool in a bedroom, meeting electrical code requirements for both arc fault circuit interrupter, or SI, and ground fault circuit interrupter, or GFCI, protection is crucial. This ensures safety and prevents electrical hazards. To achieve this, firstly, install an FSI breaker in the electrical panel. FSI breakers are designed to protect the entire bedroom circuit. They work by detecting dangerous electrical arcing, which can be a precursor to electrical fires. When the FSI breaker senses an arc fault, it automatically trips the circuit, cutting off the power and preventing a potential fire. This is a vital safety measure for any bedroom, as it protects against faulty wiring, damaged cords, and other common causes of electrical fires. Secondly, install a GFCI receptacle within 5 feet of the whirlpool tub. GFCI receptacles are specifically designed to protect people from electrical shocks. They work by monitoring the current flowing into and out of the receptacle. If there is a difference of more than 5 mA between the incoming and outgoing current, the GFCI receptacle will trip, cutting off the power and preventing an electrical shock. This is particularly important near water sources like whirlpool tubs, where the risk of electrical shock is higher. Thirdly, install GFCI receptacles for any other outlets that fall within 5 to 10 feet of the whirlpool tub. This ensures that all outlets in the immediate vicinity of the tub are protected against electrical shocks. The purpose is to extend the safety zone around the whirlpool, minimizing the risk of electrical accidents. In addition to these primary steps, there are several additional considerations to keep in mind. It is recommended to use a dedicated 20 amp circuit for the whirlpool tub. A dedicated circuit ensures that the tub has enough power to operate safely and efficiently without overloading other circuits. This can help prevent tripping breakers and potential electrical hazards. Furthermore, ensure that the wiring and installation meet all applicable electrical codes and standards. Electrical codes are designed to protect people and property from electrical hazards. By following these codes, you can ensure that the installation is safe and compliant. Lastly, consider installing a cover or light switch to control the GFCI receptacle. This can help prevent accidental tripping of the GFCI receptacle, which can be inconvenient. It is important to consult with a licensed electrician to ensure proper installation and compliance with the electrical codes. A qualified electrician has the knowledge and experience to ensure that the installation is done safely and correctly. They can also help you navigate the complex world of electrical codes and standards. When selecting an FSI breaker, it is important to choose one that is compatible with your electrical panel. Consult the panel manufacturer's instructions to determine the correct type of FSI breaker for your panel. Also, ensure that the FSI breaker is properly sized for the circuit it is protecting. The breaker should be rated for the same amperage as the circuit wiring. For example, if the circuit wiring is 12 gauge, the breaker should be rated for 20 amps. When installing the FSI breaker, follow the manufacturer's instructions carefully. Typically, this involves connecting the breaker to the circuit wiring and then snapping it into place in the electrical panel. Be sure to turn off the power to the circuit before working on the electrical panel. When selecting a GFCI receptacle, it is important to choose one that is rated for the environment in which it will be installed. For example, if the receptacle will be installed in a damp location, such as near a whirlpool tub, it should be a weather-resistant GFCI receptacle. This type of receptacle is designed to withstand moisture and prevent corrosion. Also, ensure that the GFCI receptacle is properly wired. The receptacle should be wired according to the manufacturer's instructions, paying close attention to the line and load terminals. When installing the GFCI receptacle, follow the manufacturer's instructions carefully. Typically, this involves connecting the receptacle to the circuit wiring and then mounting it in the electrical box. Be sure to turn off the power to the circuit before working on the electrical wiring. After installing the FSI breaker and GFCI receptacles, test them to ensure that they are working properly. To test the FSI breaker, press the test button on the breaker. The breaker should trip, cutting off the power to the circuit. If the breaker does not trip, it may be defective and should be replaced. To test the GFCI receptacle, press the test button on the receptacle. The receptacle should trip, cutting off the power to the outlet. If the receptacle does not trip, it may be defective and should be replaced. It is also important to periodically test the FSI breaker and GFCI receptacles to ensure that they are still working properly. A good rule of thumb is to test them once a month. In addition to the FSI and GFCI protection, it is also important to ensure that the wiring for the Whirlpool tub is properly grounded. Grounding provides a path for electricity to flow back to the electrical panel in the event of a fault, which can help prevent electrical shocks. The grounding wire should be connected to the grounding terminal in the electrical panel and to the grounding terminal on the Whirlpool tub. When selecting the wiring for the Whirlpool tub, it is important to choose the correct size wire. The wire size should be determined by the amperage of the circuit and the length of the wire run. Consult the electrical code for the correct wire size for your application. It is also important to use the correct type of wiring for the application. For example, if the wiring will be exposed to moisture, it should be a moisture-resistant type of wiring. When running the wiring for the Whirlpool tub, be sure to follow all applicable electrical codes and standards. The wiring should be properly secured and protected from damage. It should also be run in a safe and accessible location. In summary, installing both an FSI breaker and GFCI receptacles is necessary to meet electrical code requirements when installing a Whirlpool tub in a bedroom. The FSI breaker protects against electrical fires, while the GFCI receptacles protect against electrical shocks. Remember to use a dedicated 20-amp circuit for the Whirlpool tub and to ensure that all wiring and installation meet applicable electrical codes and standards. Consulting with a licensed electrician is highly recommended to ensure proper and safe installation. The combination of FSI and GFCI protection provides a comprehensive safety system that protects against a wide range of electrical hazards. This helps to ensure the safety of the occupants of the home and prevents potential damage to the property. By following these guidelines, you can ensure that the Whirlpool tub is installed safely and in compliance with all applicable electrical codes. This will provide peace of mind and allow the homeowner to enjoy their new Whirlpool tub without worrying about electrical hazard. Proper planning, careful installation, and regular testing are key to maintaining a safe electrical system. Always prioritize safety and consult with qualified professionals when dealing with electrical installations. This proactive approach will help prevent accidents and ensure the long-term safety and reliability of the electrical system. This proactive approach will help prevent accidents and ensure the long-term safety and reliability of the electrical system. Remember that electricity can be dangerous, and it is important to take all necessary precautions to protect yourself and others. By following these guidelines and working with qualified professionals, you can create a safe and enjoyable environment for yourself and your family.